All right, so today we're gonna put on our architect hats, but we're not talking about buildings or bridges. Nope, we're talking about something way more intricate, ourselves. We're gonna explore the very blueprint that makes you, well, you. So let me ask you something, and it's a big one. What is the blueprint for your life? Kind of stops you in your tracks, doesn't it? Do you actually know what's written in yours? What's the thing that's really guiding all those little and big decisions you make day in and day out?
You know that blueprint we were just talking about? That foundational plan that pretty much dictates how your life unfolds? Well, that's what we call your identity. And look, we're not going to treat this like some fuzzy, abstract idea. We're talking about the actual core structure, the scaffolding that guides everything you do.
So, what's this inner blueprint actually made of? Well, at its most basic level, your self-identity is just your fundamental understanding of who you are. I want you to picture it like an internal map, okay? It's drawn with your core values, your deepest beliefs, and all your unique strengths. It's basically the compass that's always pointing you toward your true north.
And we can break this blueprint down into four main parts. First up, you've got your strengths. I mean, what are you just naturally good at? Then there are your core values, those non-negotiable principles you just won't budge on. After that, we have your beliefs, which is really just the lens through which you see the world. And finally, your passions, the stuff that really lights you up and gives you a jolt of energy.
Now, a blueprint is absolutely essential, right? But it doesn't build the house by itself. You need energy, a construction crew, you need some kind of force to bring it to life. Well, in this architecture of you, that driving force, that's motivation. And this is exactly why that blueprint is so incredibly crucial when we talk about motivation. Think about it. Without a clear plan, your energy is just all over the place. Your foundation feels shaky and you don't really have a direction. But when your identity is crystal clear, all that chaos just transforms. Wasted energy turns into purposeful action, that weak foundation becomes rock solid, and it starts driving real, actual progress. So here's the key takeaway, the big idea. Your identity isn't just some passive guide sitting in the background. No way. It's the active engine of your motivation. As soon as you have a deep, real understanding of who you are, the why behind everything you do becomes unbelievably clear and just so much more powerful. Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory, but it brings up a really practical question, right? If our identity is this super important blueprint, how the heck do we actually read it? How do we get our hands on our own plans? So let's talk about uncovering your core. I mean, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you dig past all the surface level stuff to really understand your own deep structure? And yeah, it might feel like this huge, overwhelming task, but the material we're looking at points to a surprisingly straightforward way to get started. Let's think of this as your architect's toolkit. It's a super simple two-step process to start decoding your own blueprints. So step one, recognize your strengths. Seriously, ask yourself, what comes so easily to you that you don't even think of it as a skill? What kind of activities leave you feeling energized instead of drained? That's a huge clue. Then, step two, identify your core values. What are the principles you absolutely would not compromise on? Think back to a decision you were really proud of. What core value was driving that choice? Just starting with these two things can bring a shocking amount of clarity. And this all leads us to a final, really powerful idea that just ties this whole thing together. And it's this. You are both the architect and the architecture. Just let that sink in for a second. It means you don't just hold the plans, you are the incredible structure that's being built. You have total agency over the design and the final outcome. So really, the only question left is the one right here. You have the ability to read your own blueprint. You've got the tools to start the whole process. So the question isn't if you can build something amazing anymore, it's simply what will you choose to build?